Okay, Wyatt, so we have a plethora of things we could be doing. We could be pumping out all the BTA deck profiles that we recorded.
No.
Okay. How about that Junomon deck we had on the back burner? That really cool, like, combo security control deck?
It's a bit too late for that one.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Um, hmm. We could start making One Piece content. We did talk about that recently.
No. I want to wait till I get cards in hand.
Okay, okay. Um, looks like the only other thing I have on here is we start doing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Don't ever say that again.
Oh, okay.
What if we just show them the Ancientgreymon deck I topped with and do that giveaway? Alright, what's going on, Digimon? It's your boy True Penny Game back at it again with another video. Sorry I haven't been as consistent with videos. I'm rounding off the summer semester right now and just working a lot. So I wanted to showcase the deck I went X-2 with at the last PPG regional of BTA in TCG Con Denver. And it's Ancientgreymon. Now the reason I'm still showcasing it, even though EX2 is out now, is this deck doesn't change at all. I do have some cards I'm gonna change in the deck, but they didn't come out in EX2. And I'll probably make another deck profile of it towards the end of EX2, or if I top with it. But I do want to talk about my list, and then I'm gonna be uploading the games from this. Hopefully, that I used at that regional, or the games that I played at that regional, one a day till I have them all uploaded. Hopefully, one a day. Don't quote me on that. It could end up being sporadic a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys this deck because it is super super fun. It's a glass cannon, and if you just high roll your opponents, they just lose. It's super fun. So for the eggs, we play 4 Demi Maramon. Pretty standard. When attacking a player, you get plus 1k. The one thing I do know that I'm adding to this deck for sure is I actually have the 5th egg ready. It's Koromon. Because sometimes you want to raise early for the extra chip damage in the draw so you can search for your pieces. So I am going to play the 5th egg. It's going to be Koromon. Basically the same thing. Just plus 1k if you have 4 more sources. And shout out to PPG Danny for the PPG sleeves. Pretty clean. For the options, I'm playing 3 red Mem Boost, 4 Crimson Blaze, and 2 Grav Crush. So Grav Crush, I wasn't playing any at first, and I was convinced by some of the guys in Discord. Shout out, by the way, to Huang, Changman, and the other guys in Discord, Nikki D, for talking to me about this deck. And I wasn't playing Grav Crush in my initial build. I think I was playing one more Mem Boost and then like something else. But I put 2 in because when you draw, it just sacks games. If you don't have a memory tamer, even if you do, sometimes it sacks games. So it's really, really nice to have. For Crimson Blaze, a lot of people play Atomic Blaster. I'll probably test Atomic Blaster, but I liked this more because it shuts off Imperial. It shuts off Nail Boning for game against Musket, and it shuts off Hell Scythe on Mass Day. So I thought that was really nice. Um, However, Atomic Blaster can kill Pyildramon, which is pretty good. This did come up. There was a game when I was playing against a Musket player who's at 3. He nail boned to put me to 4, bringing out a blocker and a Gazimon. I actually top decked this while I had already had the Ancient Grey out. Played it for 4, we went to 0, and then swung for game. So that was really, really good. The fact that it can reduce its cost made it really useful in that scenario. And that video will be uploaded later. The red members just searches because you are very, very piece reliant, and you need to do those pieces as soon as possible. With the Tamers, I play 1 Takuya and 4 Tai. So Takuya was the weakest link in the entire deck. I played him because I thought, well, in a grind game, I can evolution cancel to put 2 Agunis underneath and then just digivolve them into a level 4 and go from there. And the Agunis will help me reduce my Ancient to 1. But now that I played the deck a little, because when I went into the event, I hadn't played the deck at all. I had just theoried it and was like, yeah, we're gonna run it. And in theory, I was like, that's really good. But what I hadn't realized is how quick the games are gonna go. When you guys see them, literally the whole sets are like 10 minutes. The whole set is about 10 minutes with this deck. It's either I lose very, very quickly, or most of the time you just steamroll your opponent in one turn and it's over. So Takuya never really came up. I will probably cut this for one hero. Because in the mirror match, hero is very, very powerful. And I didn't even think about the mirror match, but I'll explain it because one of the 2 games I lost was actually to the only other guy in the event playing the mirror, and I only lost the set because my last security check off Ancient Gray was Omnimon, and we were both 14k because I hadn't buffed it at all, and I lost the game because of that because I had the Omni in hand. So Hero is really good and should probably be played, and the 3 memory is really valuable. 3 Omnimon. This is literally how you win the game. Most of the times, you're going to Digivolve to Omni at the end of your swings and then swing for game. Unless you have the memory to facilitate a hybrid, which in some cases you can do. 4 of our boss monster, Ancientgreymon. He gains security attack +1 for every hybrid and Greymon and sources. And then on deletion, you play a level 4 lower hybrid from your hand. So, pretty nice. 3 Agunimon. His first effect isn't that relevant, but basically he can reduce his cost by 2 if it's on top, if there's a tamer in your sources. And then he has Wind Digivolving if there's a hybrid in its traits, he gains +4k for the turn. The main effect is his Inheritable. His Inheritable is a delicate plan if it's a 10 warriors or a hybrid. So options don't activate in security. Surprisingly enough, I actually had to explain how that worked to a lot of opponents earlier on in the day. I had to explain to them why their options weren't able to activate, and that was a bit weird. But to round off our 5s, we do play 4 Metal Greymon Altarius mode. The first effect comes up sometimes when Digivolving. If you have a Metal Gray in source, you delete one of your opponent's 4k or less. So if you do Altarius mode on top of Altarius mode, you can actually blow up a 4k or less, which comes up. But the main effect we want is the Inheritable, which gives +2k, which is how you buff this up. You want it buffed up as much as you can before you go crazy. And in most games, you can just sit there and wait a while. In the mirror, I found myself skipping this because I hadn't tested the mirror at all or theorized it at all. And I was I don't really know what to be worried about. So I just I have the 1k boost, so I won't die to the Ancient and security, so it's fine. I didn't even think about Omni. And to make it worse, the guy only played 2 Omni, but still. Yeah, so that was this is very, very key in the mirror. So in the mirror, you really want to have hero plus this in your sources at all times so you don't die. Otherwise, it's a really, really fun mirror. Him and I had a blast. We talked about deck theories afterwards, and his deck was really different. So he actually played only 2 Altarius mode, and he played 1 Skull Greymon to delete Black War Greymon if they had blocker. Which I was that's really neat. I didn't even think about that because I didn't play against Black War Greymon. And I did lose in round 1 to Antibody because he had blocker. So that would have came up. That's really smart. I'd try and maybe fit a Skull Greymon in there. For our level 4s, we play 4 of the Gunimon promo, 4 Burning Greymon, 1 regular Gunimon. Regular Gunimon is just the hybrid effect. 4 Burning. Burning, when a Digivolve on top of a Takuya or a hybrid, you can delete a 4k or less. Very good. And Digivolve's on top of a hybrid for 2. For a Gunimon promo, the first effect comes up sometimes, and I did use it, I think, once or twice throughout the day. But when attacking, you can Digivolve into a Ancient for a memory cost of 2, ignoring its requirements, and then it dies at the end of turn. Which came up because one time I think this dude had 3 security, and so all I needed was to Digivolve this into Ancient for the 3 checks, and then Omni for game. So that came up. But the main effect is the Inheritable. The one you're going to be using a lot of the time is you want this in Raising into a Aldemon, into a Metal Greymon or 2, into Ancient Grey, and that'll be 6-7 checks. Options don't activate, and Ancient Grey can Digivolve for 3 at that point, which is really powerful. So this is where I mean the deck's really peaceful. You need to see this, you need to see this, and you need to see this. Sometimes you need to see this, like I said, sometimes you don't, but it's not really worth risking it. I would always like to have 1, at least for the 2k buff. And for the rookies, to round the deck out, we play 4 Flamemon with Piercing, 4 Flamemon, the one that searches 3, and 4 Flamemon, the one that searches 4. So this one in my deck was better because I could search Takuya, but The mirror match we had, I believe he was only playing 3 and he was playing one more piercer, which I actually think is probably right. I was playing 4 because in theory I was like, well, I can dig one deeper, which is kind of nice. But I think it's honestly better to play one more of the piercer because it just comes up more. Oh yeah, and we also have one Bokomon. So Bokomon is just like good. It can grab you almost anything in your deck. And it's bait for your opponent because they will always kill the Bokomon, even though in this deck Bokomon does nothing other than searching. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that was the deck. Thank you so much. Stick around till the end of the video, which is going to be just now, to see who won the booster box giveaway. And I will see you all next time. Don't forget to check out the links in the description down below. Peace. All right, guys, it is the time you have all been waiting for, where I pick a winner for the giveaway. Are you guys ready? This is going to tell us who has won the BTA booster box that I was giving away for my 2K sub special. Richmond Richmond Tin. I like One Piece because I think Ace is super hot, pun intended. It's a funny one there. It's a funny one. Richmond Tin, message me on Twitter and I'll get this box out to you right away.